I'm back, and we're back. EPL Wizards, welcome back to another episode. We got a great one for you. We've got Prat, our February winner from 2024. He's backstage, ready to go. He's a Manchester United fan, so you know I'm on his side. We've also got a couple new segments coming up in this show, and make sure you stick around to the end because there's going to be something special for those of you that do. Keep it locked.
Nate, how's it going? How's it going, man?
What's up, Fub? I'm good, man. I'm good.
You've been missing. You've been traveling the world.
Look, you got. Sometimes you just gotta go to Carnival.
How was it? How was Carnival this year?
It was good, man. It was good. Got to hang out with family. Obviously,
Nice.
Carnival's always gonna be special and tiring and all those other things. But no, it was a good trip. I missed the episode though, Fub. I missed being on the episode.
I know. I've gotten so much fan mail for you. Is he okay? Where's Nate? I can't watch it without him. So I'm glad that you're back. There are people that I think they were going through withdrawals because
I'm sure. I know everybody looks forward to the EPL Wizards podcast every month. So
they do.
I'm sorry to disappoint last month, but we're back, better than ever.
Yes. We are.
We've got a nice little 3-horse race at the top of the actual Premier League table, and it's getting tight at the top of the Wizards table as well.
Yes, it is. And I think it's time to finally have a listen or a word from the overall number one EPL Wizard manager.
Well, I must say it's a surprise being on top of the league, given that we have so many savvy EPL fantasy managers. Also, I feel like I've made so many mistakes during the season where I wanted to take one or two players and I tried to be patient or make a more prudent decision, and it didn't pay off at all. So I guess this season has taught me a valuable lesson that things can turn around pretty quickly, although it feels like trying to close a 100-point gap may be futile. If you just stick to it, try to be consistent, you don't have to have the best game weeks, you can end up coming out on top. The crazy thing for me is I've made it to the top and haven't won a single month, and I believe for only one of those months I've even been in the top 5. And then I've probably been top 10 2 of the months. And aside from that, I haven't had the greatest performances each month, but somehow I've ended up on top. So I don't know how it's worked because I don't follow everybody individually, but it's definitely a surprise. But it also shows me that just as quickly or as slowly as I climb to the top, I can quickly or slowly fall right back down.
Great words.
Wise words.
Well
Very
said.
wise.
I'm gonna listen to that again a few more times.
I think so. I think it's necessary. It's good to hear from the person who's ahead of us all.
It is
It's good to have that extra little wrinkle in the show, I think.
Yeah. And he's very humble as well. He is very humble. I want to say a special thank you to William Marsha, who is in first. He has brought in some ringers. He brought in Wheezy, and I mean I could leave it at that. He's referred a lot of big hitters over the years, and the list is so long. I don't want to miss somebody's name out, but I do appreciate him bringing people in, and it's nice to see him up top of the table. So we'll be doing this every show.
Yes, I think so. Good idea.
All right. So next up, we have our February winner. I think there's a lot of stuff that we cover in the interview, Nate. There's some surprises, there's some laughs, and then there's also some responses to your questions, the questions from the group, everybody in the group.
Including a very well thought out reason of why Liverpool will not win the league. So make sure you stick around for the interview.
Prat, welcome to the show. Congratulations. on winning February.
Welcome, and congrats.
Thanks so much.
Yes.
Thanks. Yeah, really happy.
Yes.
I would imagine so. I'd be really happy if I won. That'd be a nice little boost to the pocketbook.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I've continuously been bugging Mandela about FPL for years now.
Yeah.
Is this your first year in the league?
My second one.
Second one. Okay.
Yeah. So you've more than broken even. You've made your money back and you're up.
Yeah.
Technically. Yes. See, that's good. That all it takes. You could be in the league for 2 years. All it takes is 1 month.
Are you just trying to justify it to yourself, Mandela? Is that all it is?
I'm still going for that month, man. I'm coming for March.
Coming from March, yeah. Mandela's going for the number 1 spot.
Yeah, I am going to try and go for it.
You're up there
There's still
yourself,
some
Prat. You're up there yourself.
Yeah.
Checked the standings yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
saw,
it's a far way to go. It's the business end of
I mean, as season's getting down to crunch time now. This is about the time Arsenal usually starts messing up, right, Fab?
Not this season. This is a different season.
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that.
This is
I say that more in jest. This is a much better Arsenal than we've seen. I agree. Right on. So we might as well get into some questions for you, Prat. First off, you obviously won February. Obviously, things went right for you. How did you find the competition in February, and what were your challenges? And overall, how have you found your experience so far in FPL?
Oh, okay. I think February was like a good month, I feel, because I won. Obviously, with FPL, every game week comes with a different challenge. In general, for February, I think a lot of people triple captained in like one of the weeks where City, I believe, had a double game week. That was like a fun sort of situation where pretty much everyone was going for Haaland, and I just had like a fear of missing out, and I just went for it. And so, yeah, luckily it all worked out, and some of the substitutions helped too. Yeah. And in general, the league's been pretty competitive. And yeah, like it's all engines go right now for like the final push for the next few months.
That's right. Yeah, we got just a couple months left, isn't it?
Yeah.
April, May. Yeah.
Not a lot of time left, but you are up there. I think you are in the running. You're definitely within striking distance overall, and I'm sure this month past gave you a nice boost.
Yeah, and I think like pretty much like I think it was like 12-13 game weeks to go now until the end.
Yeah.
And pretty much anyone within like 100-200 points can also make up. Like you just need to.
So you and I are out, Fub. So you and I are out.
Yeah, okay. we are. Just there's always next season.
Yeah. You guys can go for a punt.
Yeah.
Crown and anchor. There's so many options.
Yeah. No, you're right. We can. I think you have really kind of blossomed this season. What's been your highlight of this 2023-2024 season so far?
Oh, the highlight's been like from a FPL perspective, winning the month of February. So that's the highlight. Like
makes sense.
Get some financial gains over there. That's pretty cool. Yeah. And then in general, like for the season, it's gearing up to be like a three-leg race in a way. With City, Arsenal, Liverpool, all challenging and going for it. And it's going to be an exciting season in general for anyone interested in the Premier League.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it has been exciting. It's been exciting all the way through so far. Even for somebody whose team is not really contending. I have a horse in the race, and that I have teams that I don't want to win. So I'm keeping a tight eye for those reasons. But on that topic, Prat, which team do you support, and what's your reasoning for supporting them?
Oh, okay. So probably you'll hear a lot of hate on this, but my team is Manchester United. Like a lot of other people all across the world. So yeah, and yeah, I've been supporting it probably from like this time I started watching football. And I guess I started watching when Sir Alex Ferguson was still the manager. So at that time, they were winning everything. So, and they were entertaining everyone who was watching the game. So I just fell in love with the Red Devils.
It's a smart man. We got a smart
Yeah.
man on the podcast today, Fub. So
I don't have any
very
other
pleased.
questions about
Very pleased.
about teams or choices. I question some choices.
Well, look, it's nice to see United fans winning in Premier League, in Fantasy League at least.
If we can go over to our question time, we can head over to question time. So we got a few questions in the group, and the first question was from Eric. So shout out to Eric. Eric's question to you, Prat, is how many EPL Wizard shows have you watched?
So basically, Eric works with me and we chat a lot. And he knows that I watch some of them, but the main reason I watch them is to get to the password for the Crown and Anchor.
What?
That's me. So
I'm sure you're not the only one. I'm sure you're not the only one.
yeah.
We know why we're here. We know this isn't a secret to us.
So yeah, just putting it out there blatantly. I watch pretty much all of them. Like occasionally during like busy time or during like the holidays, I'll miss some.
It's from Omar, I think.
Yes.
He got a couple of questions. Ooh, this is an interesting one. What local charity would you donate your winnings to if you had to choose one?
I think probably like Big Brother's Big Sister.
Nice.
Does that count as a count as a charity?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Like that's a nice one. We do a lot with work. Work does a lot of charity work with them. So yeah, that's the one I would go to.
Cool.
Yeah, that's a very good one.
Going back to talking about that 3-horse race for the title, he also asked, what do you think the order will be? Who do you think will finish the top 3 and in what order?
It's
and you can feel free to say it. Feel free to say it with your heart as a United fan. Because I promise you, I wouldn't be putting City or Liverpool as one. So I'd this year. Last year I was not rooting for Arsenal. Last year, this year I am very much rooting for Arsenal.
Yeah. It's definitely an interesting one. I feel like, especially every team has their own problem and every team has their own advantage. And out of the 3, like Liverpool, let's just go one by one and then I'll give the order at the end. Liverpool it's at the top right now. So you cannot be like, oh, they won't finish at the top. And that's one plus point. But the downside is they're full of injuries right now. It's literally their reserves, their youngsters, their future generation that's playing right now. And with that, anything can happen. Like sometimes they'll be like going for the win and winning the game. Like it happened last time where like in 90 plus minutes they scored a goal and won it 1-0. Or they might just lose it because the other experienced team might just take advantage of that. So it's literally a toss of a coin. Anything can happen. But if they get more people back from injury, the experienced ones, then they definitely have a much better shot of winning it. Next with City, like you can never discount them, right? Like just the talent that they have, the mental strength that they have shown over the last so many years, and coming off of a treble season, it's very hard to discount them. And then Arsenal, like they have learned from last season where they were winning, and then at the very end they just fell short of like a much more determined City. So this time it's pretty much the same squad with a lot more talent to add it to it, and they definitely have the arsenal to basically go in and win it. So at the end, like I said, people can have the order any way they want. Based on my gut, I would say it's Arsenal, City, and Liverpool because, like I said, like Arsenal maybe just have learned from last season and will go for it. City, they're competing in so many different leagues and positions and stuff, and they're a small squad. Injuries can happen to them, and that's why I'm like going City second, and Liverpool just because too many youngsters right now, so I'm just giving the other two the benefit of doubt over there.
I like that
Very
order.
well reasoned.
Yeah.
I like that order
Yeah.
too. I like that
I
order
take
too.
that order.
It also makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it, and it also makes a lot of sense.
And a bit of like a United support as well, as you mentioned. Like, okay, it's okay for Arsenal to win. They haven't won it in a long time. And City and Liverpool probably are a bit more regular in winning. So it'd be nice for them to not win it.
Yeah, the thing with City worries me that they could get 2 trebles.
Yeah.
So I don't want them to win it for that reason.
Yeah.
And Liverpool, I think they'll overtake us if they win it this year. with
Yeah.
their
As an
first
Arsenal
division titles.
fan, I like Arsenal at the top, and that's music to my ears.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly I think that Arsenal's been the better team this year, personally. And
Especially the
as
last
Pratt
game.
said, I completely agree with you. I've always said that I feel like championship teams in just about any sport, you have to have disappointment first. You can't, there's no championship team that comes out of nowhere and wins it the first go. They usually have some level of failure first, and I felt like Arsenal didn't have that last year, and then last year was that for them this year.
Yeah.
And I think Arsenal's developed a lot. I think they've got a lot more mental toughness. I think Declan Rice makes a huge difference for him.
Oh yeah, Declan. If you
coming
could
down the
hear,
stretch.
you could probably hear me shouting Declan from my house whenever he scores. This beautiful goals.
So yeah, I agree with you, Pratt. I think that it might be Arsenal this year. I also think that Liverpool might have a bit of a with the whole Jurgen Klopp leaving thing and how
Yeah.
ridiculously serious they're taking that. I have a feeling that they will struggle down the stretch. I think they'll get too emotional, personally.
Yeah, definitely. Emotions can definitely help Liverpool. Just ride the emotions, the final wave.
Yeah.
They've already got themselves to one trophy. So,
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
Although when United wins that trophy, people tell us it doesn't mean anything. But then other people seem to act like it's a huge deal when they win it. I don't understand that. But, what can you do?
Yeah.
It's just expectations, right? That's how you put it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving. We got the next question coming from Antoine Lugo, and Antoine's question is: who will win the next Crown and Anchor?
Who will win? As in, like, which specific?
I guess which manager? I'm taking it to mean which manager would win.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's give it to you, Mandela. Because
Thank
you're
you.
so
All
nice.
right.
Yeah.
There you
yeah.
go.
uh,
I'll accept it.
let's give it to
Why
Mandela.
not? Why not? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Maybe
put
we
in
can
my
split the profits and stuff as well.
Yeah, I'll give you. How about I give you? I'll give you 10%. Is that good? That's good
I'm
enough.
happy. Yeah.
Okay.
You
All
can
right.
throw me 10% too, Fub, if you want. I mean, if you're handing out percentages to people.
Yeah.
Well, it could be a split pot because last Kraninka we got a split
Yeah.
pot.
Yeah, we did.
So,
And I'm
so,
very
yeah.
surprised it took this long to have one. I genuinely thought it'd be a split pot just about every single month when we
Yeah.
came up with the new concept, the new format. I did not think that we'd get one person winning it each time. So I have a feeling we'll get more split pots for the rest of the season.
I think you're probably right. I'm a little weary to give away a percentage of a split pot in the event that it is a split pot.
Okay,
then-
fair enough. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So if you win it on your own, then I can expect a check in the mail.
Here we go.
That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. So we got a question from TJ, which is, what do you think of Fergie style team? Do you think he can finish top half of the table at least?
Like Fergie style team, it's a good team. Like the only thing I would say is probably like the defense and the goalkeeper. Like probably because Tsimikas and me are like, me looks like he's injured, and Tsimikas is just a rotation player right now because Robertson is back. So maybe like switch out one of the two for like a more regular starting defender, Probably someone from one of the teams that can give you like either like a good clean sheet probability or potentially a goal threat, someone like that. And for the goalkeepers, I would say like because Foster is not playing, so just get rid of him and get someone else. Someone again who gives you like a good probability of having a clean sheet. Yeah, or someone who makes a lot of saves. So you can get some of those points.
The last question from the group was, what's your biggest regret from this EPL season? What move have you made that didn't work out that you regret the most?
Like I think in general, right? Like over the entire season, pretty much the regret has been that playing into the FOMO of not captaining Haaland. Like if you don't captain him and he does really well, then you pretty much are left behind because he's the sure shot captain for like most of the people. So that's my biggest regret, that so far I've not had like the courage to like not captain Haaland and go for someone else. So yeah, but maybe in the future, if I need to make up some points.
You say that, and I had that regret earlier on the season as well, and I think it was sometime around November or so. I made the choice and said I'm gonna go get Salah instead of Haaland. And start captaining him, and then he was injured, and then he went to AFCON. Now he's been injured, and so you know what? You say that it might be a regret to not have the courage to go try somebody else, but I will just stick with Haaland for now.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, right? Like,
it is.
The moment you decide not to captain him, he just goes ahead and scores like 2 goals. And the one you captain is just like, they scored 1 goal, like no more. Because over the week, I think like Watkins and Foden and Saka have been good options to captain.
Watkins had a big week last week.
Yeah, but it's just that the fear of not captaining Haaland is so high.
First question for you, Prat, is what would you like as the champion for February for the Champions fixture to be for game week 30?
Cool. So as you can see, there's pretty much no denying that City versus Arsenal is going to be one of the biggest games, probably like a title decider. So why not make it the Champions fixture as well? Yeah.
Okay.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
We got a lot of different answers for that, I think, which is good. That's what you want.
Yeah, it'll be fun, exciting.
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm going to be watching that as well very closely.
Everyone is.
I'm sure.
The next question is usually the tie break. So what would you like for the tie break?
Let's just go for total goals. It's fun. It's exciting. Total goals scored in the week.
Okay.
Sure.
Total goals. All right. And Nate, you want to ask the elusive question?
Yeah. What do you think the password should be, Brett?
Okay. So I think let's just keep it simple. Just go for password as password.
Oh, the old faithful. Remember when passwords were that simple? Remember like way back when, like early 2000s, when your password was just like a simple word?
Yep. I remember that.
And then they told you had to put a special character, so we all just put the exclamation point at the end. Yeah, that was like we all did the exact same thing. Just the exclamation point at the end. That's
life was so simple back then.
So simple. All right, so it's just numbers. Password. Yeah, I know. So we all just put number 1 at the end or at the start, either or.
For anyone who is not watching this and who's listening to it on a audio version, are we saying lowercase? We're saying lowercase, right?
Yep. Everything lowercase. Password. Plain simple lowercase. Password.
Okay.
No special characters, no numbers, just
no
the word
spaces,
password.
Nothing. Just the word.
Just the word password.
Okay. All right. And then the deadline, just to remind everybody, is before the first game in game week 30, which is September, March 30th at 9:30. All right. Next up, we have the lightning round. So the lightning round is where we don't know what the questions are. You don't know what the questions are. Nobody knows what the questions are until they happen.
Okay. Okay.
And all we ask is that you
Yes,
say the
lightning
first
round.
thing that comes to your mind. The very, very first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
So I'm going to put a timer up for 2 minutes. You ready,
What's
Nate?
the subject of the question? Like it could be anything.
It's
Pratt,
anything and everything.
there is no rhyme or reason to these
There's no rhyme or
questions.
reason.
Okay.
We don't think of them. We just randomly think of, it's the most random questions that you
Okay.
could imagine. So
Yeah.
wouldn't
Okay, let's hope I don't make a fool out of myself.
You won't. The good thing.
usually it's Mandela and I that are making the fools out of ourselves because we are so unprepared to ask these questions.
All right, I'm going to start the timer now. And do you want to do the honors and go first, Nate, and I go second?
Sure.
Okay, let me know when you want me to put the timer up.
Go for it.
There we go. All right, we started.
If you were going to star on a reality show, what reality show would it be?
Oh. Reality show. Family Feud.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's a good one. Yeah.
Great one.
Steve Harvey, nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, where did you go for your last vacation?
Oh, last vacation. I think I was back home. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, that comes into my question I was just
Yeah,
about to
back
throw
home
out.
to India.
Where did
Yeah.
you grow up? Yeah, there we go.
I grew up in India. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. All right.
All right, back to you, Fub.
Okay, back to me. Do you collect anything? Is there anything that you collect?
That one.
Oh, I enjoy collecting currencies. But
Ah,
I'm just starting off
ooh.
right now.
oh, that's so cool.
Dope.
I
do
gotta
that as
bring
well.
my collection in. I'll show
Yeah.
you my collection.
Yeah.
We can compare.
Yeah. But I only collect of the places I've been to. So it's,
Yeah,
it's
same.
more of like a thing that, oh, I've been to this place and I have the currency of that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try and keep the bill that I sort of think is the most common in that place. So like if I came to Bermuda, I'd probably keep like a $20 bill or something. It's like that's my memento of the currency Bermuda.
Yeah.
So it's, you know. All right, what has been your favorite age so far?
Favorite age? I'm
Yeah.
26. I'm going to say 26.
Oh, you're liking 26 is a good age too.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Missed a trick, Fub. That was a good time. 26 was a good time.
Yeah.
All right. Next question is, what is your favorite board game?
Favorite board game.
Yeah.
So, Monopoly is a good one because it's long and you can spend time with family, friends, just playing it for an entire day.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good
Yep.
There can be some fights as well.
Yes, there
one. Yeah.
can be.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that.
100%. All right. Have you ever walked out of a movie theater mid-show?
Mid-show. Actually, yes, I have.
Oh, what movie?
So it was like growing up. I was like a kid, probably like in grade 5 or 6. I don't even remember the movie.
Ah.
Yeah, but I just remember having walked out of it just to go into another theater. That's all.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
A
And I was
little
with my
theater
mom,
skip.
and we both of us did it. I'm like, yeah.
I remember the movie that I walked out of midway through, but it's not about me.
Like, oh, let me remember. I think it was like 3,000 or 30,000 BC. Like some movie, something like that. Like not a big famous movie or something.
You survived the lightning round. So congratulations, Brad.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
That's it. So last question was, did you have any shout outs or anything that you wanted to say or anything you wanted to add before we wrap up the interview?
Yeah, I just want to like congratulate you both for like running like a fantastic league, staying on top and like doing these interviews. I know it's a lot, but yeah, I just want to say congratulations and yeah, big shout out to you guys. And, yeah, it's you guys.
It's all that guy
fun.
Fubler.
Thank you. It's all that guy there. It's all that guy
Yes,
right
sir.
there down there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys
Thanks,
make
Brad.
a great team. Yeah.
Thank you. great interview. That was
a really nice chat. Really nice chat with Prat.
We also talked a little bit off air about ways that we can maybe tweak the Crown and Anchor. So for next year, we may have something slightly different. But overall, I think Prat is a very clever guy, and I think strategically he went for the month and he was able to get it.
Yeah,
very well done.
Yeah, and he obviously made good choices as well. You know, it's one thing to say you're going to go for the month. It's another thing to actually pull it off. So
I say it every month, Nate, and it doesn't have.
I'll let you peek behind the curtain, Fub. I said it last month, and it didn't end well for me. So
you have won a month though. You have.
Last year I won. Yeah, last year.
You won a month last year. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That was a big month.
That was a big moment for the show, I think.
Yeah. History. All right. So,
speaking of Crown and Anchor, this month we are doing Game Week 30, I believe it is. Game Week 30.
Yes, it is.
Champions Choice fixture is the City Arsenal game.
Yes.
Which is the last game of the week. We should get some real varied answers, I would believe.
Yeah.
Tiebreaker is going to be total goals. So total goals for the game week. Plain and simple, nice and easy. And the password, we're taking it back to 1999. The password is just plain and simple password. All lowercase, one word, password. That is the password. So that's the Crown Anchor info. And obviously submissions will lock first game of Game Week 30.
Yep. And like you said, Nate, you should be putting those in before 9:30. Before.
Please.
Not after. Okay. Just making sure.
And you have one more thing. For this episode, don't you?
We have a hat. We have a hat to give away to one lucky manager.
Yes.
And just to make sure that everyone's watching the show, can you let everybody know how they can win this? How this can be theirs?
Yeah, it'll be the first person who posts in the YouTube comments and reminds us what Prat's order for the end of the season table was, the top three. Who was his top three and in what order? First person to put that in the YouTube comments will win an EPO Wizards hat.
Perfect. Easy as that. All right, Nate.
Cool.
I think,
pleasure.
We will reconvene next month, and I'm looking forward to the Crown and Anchor. This upcoming Crown and Anchor. Prat's already said that he thinks I'm going to win it, so I'm going to make my selection.
That's right. Maybe that should have been what we had people post in the YouTube comments, Bob, is who Prat said would win the next Crown and Anchor. Because certainly nobody would guess you or I.
No, I have to prepare my acceptance speech. Nobody would have won it.
All right, Fub.
Go, Nate. Have a good night, man.
Pleasure. Yeah, you too.